Let's go, 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 Let's go. Let's go.
your radar carefully, Fox. Keep your eyes open. Behind you, Fox. Stay alert. Come on, Fox. What are you doing? Fire! Watch your radar carefully, Fox. Keep your eyes open. Behind you, Fox. Stay alert. Come on, Fox. What are you doing? Fire!
Well, hello, everybody. Back at another Friday event, or event, so to speak. Another online tournament that we're running on through. I'm going to lower my camera a little bit. Yoink. There we are. I've opened the arena up for friendlies. We're just going to be waiting for check-in pretty soon. Enjoying myself a nice porch rocker at the moment, while my cat gets nice and comfortable underneath the desk. But tonight we have a bracket that I think is going to be a lot of fun. We've got a couple players in there that I consider to be pretty solid players overall, and I think we're going to have a good time with them. As always, the bracket starts at around 7 p.m. For now, I just left this open for friendlies in case anybody really cares to. Unfortunately, Kaiba, I cannot. If only I could. Just hand it through. You know, hand it. It's a challenging thing to do, man. But absolutely fantastic to see you on here, Kaiba. You're always very active in the chat, and I appreciate that. Oh, we got Moby up here for some friendlies, I suppose. Now, Moby I haven't seen... Delicioso! Moby I have not seen play yet. I went ahead and I took the liberty of poking back through Moby's backlog of tournaments and such like that, so I've placed them where they fell. But we'll see.
3, 2, 1, go!
We're going to see exactly what we got going on here. Oof, that was an interesting fall to the ground. Being a little lazy this time around. On kind of a, ooh, that was a very patient shield. Almost too much patience. Okay, let's see here. Good. Very patient player. That's what I get. Fortunately, a miss on their Galaga there. There we go. That's a trade. I fight a few Pac-Mans. And that is a trade that I always try to take. Good stuff. Grab. Good stuff. Nice. No landing there. Smart stuff. Ooh, that was a misinput, unfortunately. Oof, I forgot how slow that is. Nice. Very good. Not a lot of bell stuff coming out of him. That sends up. All right. Good call out. Love to see it. Oh, he did catch it this time. Gonna go for some combo stuff, I imagine. A little bit of patience goes a long way when you're Terry. Some lag there. Might be on my side. Not sure. Good stuff. Mm-hmm. Got him. Oh, no. That's what I get. We may have some other friendlies running through here, of course. Looks like just us for now. Now, technically, at this point, I'm just going to go ahead and double check the attendees real quick. Nope, we're at the same number. And if I go to the public dashboard here, check-in should have started, but we'll see. Lost my stream there. Ooh, nice apple work. A lot more use of different fruits on this particular Pac-Man. A lot of grabs. A bit of lag there, but a bell, huh? He's going in on it. Wonder if he'll try for some hydrant setups. Nope, he just goes for the down throw setup. Interesting. Good stuff. Oh yeah, that's pretty good out of shield. I should have gone up earlier. Haha, that watermelon! Get that out of here. Got a bit of lag going on, though. I wonder, I'm hoping it's not on my end, of course, since I'll be the only constant tonight in the tournament. All right. Close call there for him. That was a misinput, but I don't think my other option would have worked, honestly. All right. Gotta remember that invulnerability there on the early part. But I'm pretty far behind at the moment. Oh, I thought that was gonna go over me. Ooh, just barely misinput that. Oh, I flew pretty far. Bad DI there. Good stuff to Moby. I'm going to go ahead and check my network connection real quick. I want to make sure that I don't cause any slowdowns tonight. Alright, I don't know who Ark is as far as the tag is concerned. But I'm happy to let them duke it out. I am the organizer tonight, not one of the players. Judging by the fact that it is I think a 1/1/1 me. This might be Woodsy. Interesting, interesting. Good stuff. What is my... Pretty low at the moment. We're gonna kill all desktop noise here. We'll go straight to the game. All right. There we are. Now, I'm not exactly sure if this is Woodsy or not. It seems very likely. I'm going to do a quick attendee check here. If anybody is unable, let's see. Alright, got a message here. Alright, so I'm gonna double check that check-in opened up. Because sometimes Smash GG likes to cause me trouble. I'm pretty sure this must be Woodsy. I mean, if you're playing a 1/1/1 is not that rare of a thing, but all right, got a bunch of neutral airs there. Now, Brawler actually has some pretty interesting neutral, honestly, overall. While I don't think his positive play is as good as a lot of other characters, I do think that his neutral itself is actually pretty solid. Let's see. All right, I'm going to set my opening time here for the first match. There we go. And I am going to double check something here because it probably broke something. No, it didn't. Okay. Nice. Oh, shit. I guess I'm still in here. I will run a match.
3, 2, 1, go! Radical! How about that?
All right. That out of here. Do the side switch. I fell right into that. I was expecting a grab. All right. Good catch. Ooh, that was the wrong input. Tell you what. That's one of those rare, you just throw them out when you can. Oh, what anime are you watching there, Kaiba? I call me. Oh no! Oh, he's going for the watermelon. Nope, he's getting the Galaga up. Don't want to get grabbed. Oh! Dang, I was about to say, I don't want to get grabbed. Oop, caught me there. Catch him there. Ah, that was an accident. Little couple misinputs in a row there. Only 2 of them really paid off. Well, 1 of them did. All right, yeah, I gotta remember that out of shield. That neutral is just gonna get me alive. Now he hasn't brought that up to a bell yet. There it is. Let's see what he got. Wow, very good catch. That was an incredibly good read. Like, that's just solid conditioning right there. That wall jump not going to work out for him in that moment. Good catch. Should have jumped. Oof, caught it. Expecting the walk-in. No, the hydrant, man. Still got to figure out how to not break the check-in process here on Smash GG. All right. Now I can jump a little bit more on the commentary side here. Bring the stream back up. There we are. Oops, okay, I got it. Now, of course, the bracket starts in 15 minutes, so anybody who wants to jump into the friendlies arena here. Right in the backside there, Kaiba. All right, let's see. So Modian Chill's running out of Cloud right now. We got a Crom versus Cloud situation. It leads me to believe that maybe Arc isn't Woodsy. I'm definitely interested to see. Now, our first stuff that's going to be up on stream here tonight is actually going to be Chloe and Grendel, I think, because those are the two I haven't seen play of round one, and I want to see them in. Give them a chance on stream, you know? I'm gonna quickly grab something. Don't mind me. Bear with me a moment here. It's going to be a little quiet for I'm just setting some stuff up. There we go.
Training paid off.
To that up a bit. We're in the opening theme to the actual game itself playing. Bow. All right, there we go. Just fixing some stream elements here. Got 4 minutes left until our first match, which is going to be Chloe versus Grendel. I'm not sure they're necessarily aware of that yet, but they will be. I'm going to go ahead and check the Discord real quick. There we go. Good stuff, good stuff. Now I need to keep Discord just kind of hanging around in the background in case messages pop up. That's exactly where it's primarily going to be. Now this is Woodsy's, what I would say is probably Woodsy's main at this point. Definitely a lot of results that he gets out of this character. And one of those characters that's very polarizing in the community because of their ability to kind of shred through certain other characters and somewhat cheesy stuff that the character can do. But overall, I'd say a pretty fun character to watch, depending on the matchup. Oop, they're coming in with the forward B there. Gets the knockdown, goes for a chase, but does not predict the right roll direction. Getting a laser off there to keep himself a little bit safe coming in. Now, Cloud has to be an interesting matchup there, because he can put out a lot of active hitboxes. Knocks him right off the stage, but he does recover without much of an issue. Are we at 7 o'clock yet, Band-Aid? Until that rolls around, the chats don't open in Smash GG. And since I'm using that as the primary form of contact, I don't usually like to encourage people to reach out outside of it unless it's necessary. Is my mic not picking up? I'll bump that a little bit. That should be better. There we go. I'm going to jump into the chat here. Oh, yeah, I agree with that. Band-Aid. Jump over to here. Wins. All right. So this arena is officially going down. Alright. Whoop. And then a new arena is going to be created. When that arena is up, we will be 100%, and I'll be sending that on over to our two first competitors as long as they are both present. Gonna bop that away real quick. Well, hello. Okay.
Step into the ring.
Nope, it says. Why has the round not begun? I'm just going to start the bracket forcefully. That's because I didn't select finalize. There we go. All right. So we're going to be off to a start tonight. Information is sitting in wait. So we'll be waiting for somebody to join up here. Once they're in, we'll be all set. Now, of course, we do run tournaments not just online, but offline. And when we're running our offline tournaments, you can see the locations that those are run right over there on the upper right-hand side of the screen. I'm going to move my camera a bit, get myself more center framed. Those ones are run on Sundays at Revival Brewery and on Tuesdays at Moniker Brewery. You can see the address on screen anytime I'm on this particular screen. It'll be hanging out. But also... Hold up. Oh, there it is. Okay. Huh. My chat source just doesn't seem to be working properly, but that's okay. Oh, who's not... Let me just double check something here. Let's see. There we go. they have located. They are sitting here in Smash GG. As always, the opening of the night is always the slowest part, while everybody gets comfortable with the rest of the night. All right. I'll hop back over to the stream here. There we go. As a lot of people know, when I'm running the tournament in the stream at the same time, sometimes it gets a little bogged down. Sometimes it'll slow down a little bit, but all in all, tends to get things done. And of course, anybody who's hanging out and watching and chatting or anything tonight, it's always a big help. If you follow the channel, maybe check us out. We do this every Friday, so it's never really going to change in that regard. Sometimes we might do some unusual stuff, some slightly different stuff, but we tend to do Smash on Friday and other retro games in general on Monday. So come and check it out. Follow if you'd like. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Let's see, are they chatting their stuff yet? Are we waiting on Grendel? Let me go ahead and send a quick message in the... Oh, never mind. We are good. What a start. As I always say, the start is nice and slow. But I believe we'll be seeing Grendel in here soon enough. Sometimes round 1 and round 2 are just a way for a lot of players to get comfortable with Smash GG in the first place. Yeah, Chloe, I saw them, they checked in on your match, so let me go ahead and... Let's see. Let's see. Oh, no, they're moving forward. Okay, perfect. Okay, just wanted to make sure. I know that for a lot of people, the opening few rounds are where it gets slow because Smash GG can be a little confusing. There's our boy. All right. All right, perfect. We are opening on up. Excuse me. Now, of course, I am running the stream alone tonight, so I do always request, or not request, but humbly asked for a lot of patience when it sometimes comes to addressing quick concerns, stuff like that. I am keeping a closer eye on Discord, so it's always handy to message me there if you want to get something cleared through. Oh, and in the meantime, this is going to be winners round 1. All right, we got Grendel on the left there, and it looks like Chloe on the right. Yes. Good to see, good to see. This is going to be an interesting matchup, honestly. You don't necessarily see a lot of Isabels, but here we go. Opening up with that pretty typical spacing that you see from Isabel when, well, whenever they're doing pretty much anything. Just launching out lots of slingshots. No gyro yet, but we'll see how that moves. A lot of damage coming in immediately from that flame breath. And it looks like Chloe's having a little bit of trouble getting started here, but... Grendel, playing Bowser. Bowser's a fairly popular pick right now in the meta. A solid character who trips up a lot of players just due to their general, should I say, safe gameplay and defensive style. That's almost a kill right out the gates there. But damage is a little closer. It's just not necessarily even with just the huge weight difference between these two characters. Finally got that gyroid out, using that invincibility to make sure that they can get it out without any issues. Bowser, or I should say Grendel in this case, not necessarily respecting that gyroid. Getting a command grab for just kind of walking in. Ooh, this is dangerous for a character like Isabel with those balloons. That fire breath can torch right through him. Chloe's still working to get something really started here. Still hasn't pulled that first stock. Getting another throw. It could be death. Oh, and it is. That is a tough thing to deal with on a stage like this. Bowser definitely capitalizing on those platforms, and Isabel being a fairly light character overall. Getting that throw in there. We're probably going to see some type of... Oh, he just drifts. Start with the down air there. No punish there from Chloe. Keeping that nice and spaced. Oh, and honestly, he recovered a little too deep, probably trying to avoid getting hit by the fishing rod, and, well, he lost a stock for his troubles there. Chloe's still a clean, full stock behind, and especially against a character like Bowser, it can be a little bit rough to close that kind of gap. Oh, an up tilt into an up air, definitely closing that gap a bit faster than one might expect. She seems to be adapting fairly well. Now that's you very rarely see that up B actually used in the air for an attack, so that was kind of interesting to see. Getting the down air just to kind of... Ooh, wow, that was that was pretty much the end of that thing's range. All right, destroys the gyroid. Chloe making an odd choice to move into Bowser when using the slingshot there. Fairly safe recovery, and it looks like the slingshot might actually have a good enough range that it can get past the fire. Still looks like a very steep climb for Chloe in this particular match. Getting a back air in, hopefully trying to clear that stock out. Getting a good dodge to the stage is Grendel. Now this is closer, but still quite a climb for Chloe. A single command grab from Bowser right now could really put an end to this. But Chloe really making an adaptation here, getting the command throw. Or I should say the hit grab. But that's probably going to clear the match. Honestly, very good adaptations there from Chloe. Exactly what you want to see when you're an Isabel character, an Isabel player, is keeping that space. So we might see a very different looking match the second time around here, because that first match seemed a little bit like Chloe was finding her feet, making sure that she could figure out exactly what she was looking for in the matchup. And I think the second match is very much going to look a little bit stronger for Chloe, as long as they carry those fundamentals through that they were kind of poking with during that first match. Now I'm just going to double check here, make sure that nobody's calling for me. Now Piff has already won his first match against Garbanzo in a 2-0 victory with Ken versus Rob. And that's going to put Hobbs and Piff against each other. That is a nice Shoto versus Shoto matchup. They're unfortunately going to be playing that off stream as much as I would love to see it. Now looks like we're getting some stage choices in from Grendel and Chloe. We're going to see exactly where they're going to. This is the fun of this one. I can't really see it beforehand. And we got our match starting up. Oof, taking a little while to load there. All right, we're going to Town and City. Now, this is a much stronger start so far, and of course, Chloe's going to want to be able to keep as much space as is possible. Already being outdamaged by that fire breath. Just so much damage that Bowser can do so quickly. Getting a throw in and landing. Ooh, did not quite land the follow-up there. Throwing out their fishing rod. Hoping for catch him coming in, but no such luck. Getting a free ride back to the stage for only the cost of about 20 damage. Down throw, gonna try to go for that again. Not quite landing those. Now probably a fishing rod coming out here, but not quite enough, not close enough to the ledge to really make any good ledge guards or ledge traps out of that. Now that should be a death for Grendel. No way he's making it back from that distance down. Maybe an accidental fastball there. But looks like he's very close to closing a stock here. He goes for the forward air to try to sweep that tether grab, but no such luck. Down there getting punished by a neutral air, but that up B is always ready. Such a fast move, such an easy move to get out of pressure. Now that command grab should seal the deal. Isabelle sitting at 150 damage. Pretty much no way they're going to live through that. Chloe jumping in and taking a nice nearly 40% damage for that attempt. Now the gyroid's going to do its job and protect Isabelle from any danger there. Command grab's going to do a good amount of damage. We got a gyroid back out on the field. Chloe's going to probably want to play around that. If Bowser gets close enough with that fire breath, the gyroid's down. But honestly, Chloe making a pretty solid adaptation, getting a few combos in. That down air, she could have capitalized on it, but I think she's still just respecting it maybe a little too much just to avoid any quick deaths. Speaking of quick deaths, that could have been pretty disastrous if that DI was not on point. But getting that strong hit out of the slingshot there, and nearly getting a kill there. Get up attack. Back air, doing a lot of work for Chloe right now, but she still hasn't really managed to seal that stock. That command throw might be a death for Isabelle. Isabelle's just so very light. Bowser really just needs to get in and get that throw only a few times. Now getting the classic OOS Bowser option, taking a bit of damage from the fire breath, but not really a whole lot. Oh, that could have been a real follow-up from Bowser if he believed. Oof. Chloe still struggling to really get that stock out. There it is. Now, honestly, Chloe, the general performance here shows that Chloe is very much capable of closing the stock before Bowser can really be an issue. Carrying Bowser off the stage, Grendel really needing to show that he can get those hits in, because only a few hits from Bowser will close this out. Chloe making that mistake of just going in on Bowser, that fire breath just putting in too much work. Oof. Very close to a stock there. Oh, I actually thought that was it for a second. Bowser going for the command throw, because that one command grab is going to actually pretty much just seal the deal. As long as he hits it, but the forward air is going to do that instead in a pretty solid match there for both players. Honestly, it looked like Chloe really was starting to figure it out. But Bowser can be a rough matchup because he has a lot of explosive damage, and honestly, can just be tough to deal with. Now, we are looking at this matchup here. Let's see. You know what? We might be able to just run Hobbs versus Piff. Looks like we might just be running them on stream. Great showing from both players there, though. Chloe honestly seemed like she was figuring out the matchup a bit there. But it's just such a dangerous matchup for a character that light. You get grabbed, you get thrown onto a platform, and that's pretty much the end of, and the end of the story. The jump-ins were probably the biggest mistake that was being made there, and I imagine more matches would have been more adaptations on Chloe's side, but you only get 2 in this particular case unless you win one of them. So very, very good, fairly close matches, but not quite enough. Now, where is Piff? Waiting on somebody there. I'm going to let Grendel know. There we go. Now it's looking like Moby has taken their first match there against Ross LaBoss. Ross, they actually just took the second match as well, meaning that Moby should be moving forward against Spare. Spare is possibly the strongest player here. It's hard to know at this moment in time. They're currently the top seed, just given some of the past performances that they've had. I'm very interested to see how they do. Hopefully we'll get them on stream for winners semifinals. But the next one is going to be Hobbs versus Piff. It should be a fun matchup. Let's see here. Oh, where's quarters? There we go. We got Hobbs in our arena. We're moving forward. I cannot actually see my stream right now, so apologies to anybody who may or may not be talking to me. Okay, there we go. All right, so we are going to have Hobbs versus Piff, a matchup that I'm putting on stream just for my own amusement, but it's my stream, so you know. But the matchup here is very likely to be Ken versus Terry Bogard, which should be a fun match to watch. Both of these characters are very technically based, and both of these players are very technically sound, very familiar with their characters. So I'm definitely interested to see what they pull out. And honestly, Spare versus Moby, excited. Very interested to see how that turns out. I mean, Spare is just a very solid player, and I think there's a lot that they've got going for him in this tournament. Now we also have Band-Aid and Inazuma playing over in winners quarters, but it looks like our match is starting up. I am ready. I am ready. I am ready. We are getting the match that I wanted.
3, 2, 1, go!
So right off the bat, two characters that I would describe as very, very interesting and with a lot of powerful pressure and confirms. Very good at punishing, very good at hitting for pretty high damage very quickly. We're getting a lot of what you'd expect out of the neutral there. Piff opening up with just a fantastic set of offensive play there. But putting Hobbs into go, and Hobbs very, very willing to come off of those types of moves, but not confirming his... Oof. No confirm on the power geyser, but still taking the stock with just a simple power dunk. Oof, that might have been a misinput there. Testing the shield, throwing out the Buster Wolf afterwards. But Piff moving on in. Ooh, Terry gets that grab. Now we gotta look out because any approach here could be punished by that power geyser. He's gonna throw out the online exclusive jab jab Buster Wolf. Piff looking maybe a little bit flustered. Wants to make sure to land the stuff that will get him any damage here, but despite the strong start that he had, he's still 2 full stocks behind at the moment. Ooh, he goes for the punish there, but it is power dunk after all, virtually unpunishable. He's trying to catch those Shoryukens there. There he finally does catch that one. Now he is a full stock behind. And of course, if he gets Terry to 100 damage and lets him live, then you're in a very dangerous position. Let's see if he can make the adaptation to make this match a little bit more... oh, there it is, getting some combos in. Doing a lot of good damage there. But he's in the danger zone because as soon as Hobbs hits 10 more damage than where he's at now, he gets some pretty solid offensive options. But he's not going to let it happen. He's going to even up the stocks, and now we're looking at a very different match because Terry can't really close this gap or get kills as early without those abilities. Now, I should note early is no longer really a factor because 134 is not early for Terry to get kills. And that will be the end of the match for sure. Very good match between the two. It looked like it was going to be very, very one-sided at the beginning, but we got to see it kind of close in after a little while. Great stuff from both players, honestly. Good stuff. Now we're going to get some match choices. I'm going to take a quick peek at what we've got going on in the bracket today. We have, of course, Hobbs having gone up 1 on that one. Now Woodsy and Grendel, I think, are still selecting a match. Or, nope, Woodsy has gone up 1 match now. And with Spare and Moby, I believe their match is still ongoing at the very moment. Spare playing his Palutena, very well known for his Palutena. An incredible player when it comes to just how much work he's put into one character. Definitely interested to see how that pans out. I'm knocking over my own drinks, but that's okay. Now we are back to it, same characters. What stage are we looking at? Now we're looking at Final Destination this time. A nice and even stage that honestly supports both of these characters fairly equally. All right, got that neutral air coming out into the crack shoot. Now this time, unlike last time, we are seeing a very hard open from Hobbs instead of Piff. Piff just throwing out options, but getting spaced out a little bit by Hobbs here. That could have been a better confirm, but you know what? The Shoryuken still lands true. Backing out, making sure to keep his spacing on point. Ooh, and he almost tagged an early kill there, but that 98.3 is dangerous. Now we are looking at go. Terry can kill very easily at this point. Now that shouldn't... Oh, that must have been a poor DI, unfortunately, because that generally shouldn't kill across stage at that damage on Ken. A lot of damage coming out now. That back air will seal the deal, putting them back to a pretty much even match. Hey there, Trollmaster. Hobbs usually puts out a pretty good performance. If you can stick around for any match, it should be this one, because Piff has a pretty fun and well-honed Ken as well. I got that dash attack, unfortunately very unsafe on shield. Hobbs making sure to put a little bit of damage on for it. Getting the back throw. What is Hobbs going to follow up here? Just a ledge trap. No ledge guarding here. Getting the Burning Knuckle. Closing the gap. Closing the stock. And Piff landing forward there. Getting a few down tilts into his Hadouken. That is a dangerous place to be because that is a guaranteed Buster Wolf. Oof. This is looking pretty scary. Now, Hobbs, of course, wants to confirm that Buster Wolf At that damage, not seems a little uncertain after of whether or not he could. Piff, unfortunately, dropping an input there. Very unfortunate to see a combo drop like that. And that should be the end of the match. Now, I think, honestly, Piff still performed very, very well. Despite the fact that he went 0-2 there, still a pretty solid performance from Piff. Definitely what you want to see overall. Just unfortunately, Hobbs probably a little bit more familiar with the online space than Piff is, but and especially to remember here, Piff is not out of the tournament. He's going down to face Ross LaBosse in losers round 1. Now we have Hobbs and Woodsy. That is a match that can be run at this moment, and it's definitely a consideration. So I think I will run it. Hobbs doesn't know that he's coming right back for another Shoto battle. Woodsy going up 2-0 over Grendel there. Now, Hobbs versus Woodsy is an interesting matchup in my opinion, because I don't think Woodsy's actually going to pull out his Kazuya. Because, and to be frank, I don't think Kazuya is a very good matchup, a very good choice for a character like Kazuya. And when you are dealing with a matchup that's that poor, it's just going to be problems for you, right? When you're trying to get in as Kazuya, you're going to get checked a lot by Terry's down tilt, by a lot of his other options. And so I think it's a bit more likely that we're going to see Woodsy pull out Mii Brawler, which he does have a very solid Mii Brawler. I think he wanted to run in this tournament as Kazuya, but we might not see that in this case. Now, seeing where we're at on the bracket here, we have Piff versus Ross LaBosse waiting down there. Now, the next matchup that we're going to see down there is going to be the loser of Band-Aid versus Inazuma against Chloe, and the loser of Spare versus Moby versus Garbanzo. Definitely a tournament, I think in this case, while the bracket isn't necessarily very large, it is full of some very, very solid players. With Woodsy, Spare, and Hobbs being just solid folks. And then, of course, we have our character specialists from G4A with Piff and Garbanzo. And we have some newcomers tonight. I do want to give a big shout out to Moby and Chloe for, and Grendel actually, for this being your first tournament with us. Spare, it's technically their first tournament, not my first interaction with Spare. But the first tournament that Spare has joined with us today. So I want to give a shout out to all you guys who are joining up with us for the first time to have a good time. Now, check-in will not be opening for this match with Woodsy and Hobbs for about a minute. So, let's see. Oh, I see you in chat there, Woodsy. No, we'll wait for that to open up, unless you guys are cool with that gentleman choice. We're not necessarily in any big rush. It's just that there were no other matches open, so this is the one that's going to be the next one scheduled for the stream. Now let's see though. I mean, Now, Woodsy, what do you think? I was gonna pick your brain about. It's cool to pick your brain about this. What character are you choosing for the next match? Now, Hobbs only does play one character. I don't want to necessarily give it away. I'll give Hobbs the opportunity to blind pick. But we'll see. We'll see for sure. Because I'm actually very interested in this next match. I think you'll have fun with it. Now, Spare has won that match against Moby, which does mean that Moby and Garbanzo are going to be fighting down in the loser's bracket in round 1. We are hanging out right now in winners semifinals with Woodsy and Hobbs. And then, of course, Band-Aid and Inazuma have gone 1-1 so far. They are on their third match. We'll see exactly how that pans out. I wanted to make sure I had all my information correct on my end, because we are in winners semifinals already. What happens when you run into a smaller bracket? Spare, dude. If there's anything, there's no way that you're carried is the kind of the reality of the situation. You play a character that is an incredibly good character, but you play them so incredibly well, I could never imagine calling you carried, man. Let's see. Oh, Inazuma lost the match with Band-Aid there, but I mean, Spare and Band-Aid are going head-to-head here. Now, I believe Hobbs and Woodsy's match should have activated by now, so I imagine they are stage striking at the moment. We are going to see Kazuya versus Terry Bogard. Now, Woodsy, that was one of the reasons I was asking you. I didn't know if you knew who Hobbs was, but I was going to allow him his blind pick because otherwise I'd be cheating in your favor if I told you. But of course, this match is getting off to a start here. We've got Woodsy versus Hobbs. Now, traditionally or often, this is often referred to as a poor matchup. Wait, what is going on with the connection here? This is often referred to as a bad matchup for Kazuya in particular. Like I was saying before, Terry just checks a lot of Kazuya's active boxes. Even though Kazuya can make his whole upper body intangible during a lot of the match, his legs tend to remain hittable, and Terry's down tilt has great range and great speed. So it can be kind of hard to get some hits, but Woodsy closing out the first stock, showing that he's not really necessarily afraid of bad matchups. Now Woodsy, pretty fresh to G4A, but already showing how solid he is with this character. Having already taken 2 of our locals, it's very, very good to see a good Kazuya, because, you know, not a ton of people play the character, and he's got a lot of potential. Now that Buster Wolf is another, or not Buster Wolf, I should say, Burning Knuckle is another thing that Kazuya does struggle with a little bit. Intangible Arm is just one of those things. Pretty much a lot of people struggle with Burning Knuckle, rather. Now he's going to go for the jab there. I was expecting something else out of him, but honestly, not too bad. He just goes for the jab there as well. Woodsy, I'm not sure exactly what he was going for, but he did not quite get it. Woodsy coming in with that forward B there. Oof, getting that up smash there, taking Hobbs out early. You never know if Hobbs has had a lot of experience with the matchup, honestly. Probably going to land a forward throw here. Yep. Going for the ledge trap instead of any type of offstage play. Maybe not necessarily a great idea versus a character like Kazuya. Now, the one important thing is that Kazuya will be able to outpoke Terry in a ranged capacity for sure. Woodsy just kind of choosing this path here, choosing the laser path. Hobbs just forcing him to kind of move in a bit. And then going for the dash attack. Now, of course, not quite dead on the Kazuya side. And another one. Not quite dead. Kazuya being fairly heavy in this game. Waiting for the roll in now. That should be death right there. Or not quite, because it is cross stage. I actually overestimated the knockback on that one. Oh, this is likely to be a full combo for Woodsy, and it is. He's going to land that full combo, closing out the match. Like I said, it's a tough matchup for Kazuya, but if you don't know the matchup against Kazuya, it can still have a lot of challenge to it. That stage I don't think I would have necessarily chosen, but I wasn't privy to their stage bans. Overall, a good display for Woodsy on his first match. Definitely reverting to trying to keep a lot of extra space towards the end of that match there. Camping out the opponent for a little bit, but then kind of moving back in when he was forced to. See what kind of adaptations Woodsy brings into the... Not Woodsy, I'm sorry. Hobbs brings into the second match here. Like I said, this matchup can be pretty rough for Kazuya, so there's a good chance that he might make an adaptation that forces Woodsy to swap. All right, we're moving back into the match here. Let's see if Hobbs can make that adaptation. It is sometimes nerve-wracking to fight against Kazuya because he just has so much like oppressive offense. But his negative state is still also fairly poor, so that's really what you want to do, is try to put him in as much negative as possible. Give me a solid confirm there from Woodsy, going for a hoping for a tech chase there on the platform, but Hobbs did do a neutral get up, which did not allow him to get that chase. Now missing that forward smash, and Woodsy, getting all these names wrong. Hobbs looking to have a very strong first stock here so far. This is where things can get dangerous. One confirm here from Woodsy could really kind of throw this match the other way. Woodsy just kind of dash dancing a bit on stage, hoping to get something. Now the Buster Wolf comes out. That's not going to kill cross stage at this damage amount. Hobbs really hoping for something. He does throw out his power wave there, probably expecting a neutral get up, so something he could chase. That up B, almost taking the stock there, but not quite. Now the second time around, that'll do it. Getting his down tilts out. Woodsy still sitting at 160 damage, now sitting at 0 in this, and one entire stock lesser. Gets his forward throw there. Now going for a different bit of a combo there. Did not go for Electric Wind God Fist. That time he did. He's going to try to go for something here, a full combo. Fortunately, Hobbs gets off that platform. Goes for the confirm there for a Burning Knuckle. Phew. Does not quite land it. Popping him off the plat. Getting a forward throw in. Probably wants to keep him off stage. If that command grab hits, that's death for Hobbs. It's a very dangerous situation to be in right now, and that's going to be it. Taking that stock is Woodsy. Match looking quite a bit closer than the last one, but we'll have to see in the long run. Getting that throw in. Going for another down smash. I'm wondering exactly what he's going for there. That should be death. Now they are even on stocks. We'll have to see exactly where they go. Probably gonna be a, I was expecting a down throw there. Ooh, getting the Electric Wind God there. One of those things, Terry is very solid at punishing Kazuya, but mostly when they're both grounded. And you've noticed the thing I talked about most, Hobbs might not be aware of as of yet, maybe not familiar with the matchup. That down tilt that Terry has can really eat Kazuya alive in a lot of different areas. Going for the confirm there. Now we're back in the danger zone because that command grab can kill just so early. Getting the laser beam out. We're in the danger zone here. Hobbs just kind of hoping to keep his distance for a little bit, find a way in. He's probably hoping for a counter poke from Woodsy. But nothing there. That should be the end of the match. Oh my god, so very close though. Honestly, he was starting to really figure out that matchup. Unfortunately, once again, you only get 2. Very, very good stuff. I see you down there, Georg. Yeah, when you get towards the tail end of a match with Kazuya and he's sitting there holding on to that command grab, you can just mostly just see 2 people staring at each other for a little while, just watching. No, honestly, both players did very well. I think that Hobbs maybe just would want a little bit more experience in that matchup. But we'll have to see in the long run. Because Hobbs really does have the potential to come all the way back through, as he's done before through the loser's bracket. Now Hobbs currently sitting over in... Oh, nowhere yet. I have to figure out where he's going. I think he's headed over to losers quarterfinals as we let round 1 clear out. Now Moby and Garbanzo at 1-1. Piff and Ross at 1-0. So we are still waiting on some matches here. If Spare and Band-Aid complete first, we might run winners finals first, even though, well, you know, we're not quite there yet. Now, if anybody was paying attention to the chat, Woodsy, when he saw that Terry was going to be on the table, basically just said that he's done. He's not going to make it. And I think that maybe if Hobbs had had more matchup experience, that would definitely have been a bigger challenge for Kazuya. Hobbs was definitely piecing it together as the match went on, but there was a good chance. I was expecting him to force Woodsy off of Kazuya and onto me Brawler, but didn't quite happen. Yeah, I'm thinking that Hobbs might not see too many Kazuyas himself in bracket, so that'll be something that he's learning through this matchup, if that's the case. Now, I wonder how Spare and Band-Aid are doing. How long has that match been running? Moby and Garbanzo on match 3. Moby having swapped from Pac-Man to Wolf after the first match. Inazuma probably sticking to, yep, that would be Chloe still running with Isabelle. Inazuma running with the character he usually runs, which is Sephiroth. Piff taking the first match against Ross the Boss, Ken versus Steve. So, We definitely got a decent amount of character diversity here tonight. You see an Isabel in bracket. You're seeing a Dark Pit in bracket. Two characters you might not necessarily see so much. So it's very good to see those guys rolling on out. I'm going to go ahead and double check the Discord because I imagine somebody might have... Oh, no, nobody has messaged me. Everything seems to be running smooth tonight, which I definitely appreciate. Jeff is, of course, in case anyone's wondering, we can get a quick Jeff cam. Jeff is down under the desk right now, just relaxing on a blanket. He's doing his thing, keeping comfortable, right, Jeff? He doesn't need to talk right now. He knows it's nap time. There we go. Focus. Got kind of a blur on there. Hold up. Now, as far as the next match, I think it's going to end up being Spare versus Woodsy. There we go. Oh, nope. Angle's wrong. There we go. Now, Spare versus Woodsy is a match that I'm very much looking forward to. I don't know if Woodsy is still hanging around in the chat, but he could tell me how the Palutena versus Kazuya matchup is, I'm sure. Oh, you know what? Band-Aid actually has taken a match here. I don't know why I just assumed that he wouldn't, but obviously, Band-Aid is also a solid player, so it's actually 1-1. The canonical matchup of Palutena versus Dark Pit, I'd say. Palu wins +1. That's what I figured, that it would be a bit on Palutena's side. Now, what do you think about Dark Pit? Because that's your other matchup potential there. Even. Got it. If you guys don't mind, I'm going to quickly grab a drink while we wait for Spare and Band-Aid to wrap up. As soon as that one is over, we're going to be hopefully moving Spare over into the stream arena and moving on with the stream. So I'm going to be right back for just a second. Bear with me. And we're back here. Looks like it is going to be Spare versus Woodsy. I'm going to throw the information on in there. I am definitely looking forward to this matchup. Two very solid players, and I'm very intrigued by the potential of the matchup. Will Woodsy stay as Kazuya? Will Spare even choose Palutena in the first place? That's really the kind of things I'm thinking about right now. Oh, yeah. Of course, grab myself another beer so we can have a nice good night with each other. Now, it looks like Moby has gone up over Garbanzo, finding his way over to round 2 losers, waiting on the winner of Inazuma versus Chloe. It looks like there might be a result for Piff and Ross the Boss, but Ross the Boss might have stepped away, maybe? Okay. Gonna get here and confirm this match really quick. There we are. Now we have our match starting up over on this side. It is going to be Palutena versus Kazuya. And we are over in winners final, I believe. Now, the magic thing about winners finals, of course, means that these boys have to achieve 3 victories before they're considered to be the winner. All right, so a lot of spacing here from Spare. Finally, a solid hit there on Woodsy's side. Now, he can get a lot out of that, technically, but we'll see exactly what Palutena wants to pull out in order to make sure that space is kept. If you just keep Kazuya away, there's not much that he can do to win the match. All right, a lot of explosive lights coming out. Sorry, I just have a small issue happening on one of the other sets. But this match is looking slightly in Woodsy's favor right now. Now, a lot can be done very quickly. Inazuma, if you want to jump back over to your Smash GG, we can figure that out there. All right, still a lot of spacing on Spare's side, turning the match around quite a bit. Like Woodsy said, this matchup is not necessarily very easy for Kazuya. it's going to be a bit of work here for Woodsy to get in now. Spare landing the classic Palutena non-stop nair action. Keeping that space going. Does not want Kazuya to get in, because the second Kazuya does get a touch on that Palutena, that's where the problems begin. That should be the sealing the deal there. Very quick set. Now this might be, will it be a character change from Woodsy? We're not 100% sure, but Woodsy feels fairly confident that he can manage the matchup. So we'll see exactly what we want, what he'll want to happen here. Now I'm waiting on Chloe and Inazuma in another area of the bracket. Hopefully I'll see them in their chat in a sec. Now I'll just direct message. I'm still wondering if we're going to see a character change from Woodsy here. It seems like it might be a smart plan. Let's see. Sorry for being late on the stream transfer. Alright, so here we are again. Sorry about that. Now, it still looks like the matchup is currently favoring Spare, but Woodsy, ooh, getting that early stock. What a call out there. That's quite a, oof. Kind of a cheesy kill, of course, but that's all right. That's what we take those. And a second one of them. Jeez. No stranger to cheesy kills is Woodsy. So definitely an insane match that we just saw. So that was honestly pretty nuts. Let's see what happens. All right, so we are back at it again. We have a much stronger opening here, but it's really not the opener that was the issue last time for Spare. It was just effectively, you know, in a way, just getting cheesed out. Now, Woodsy definitely having a little bit more trouble getting a start going on here. Spare just kind of keeping space, although getting hit by that up B again. That's where the danger really lies. Pretty soon we're going to be running losers bracket, but we have to settle, you know, who's in our grand finals. Woodsy still having trouble really getting anything started, but we saw Woodsy basically close a full stock gap and make it into a win within seconds. There we go. We're seeing Spare going, getting an early kill of their own, but, you hate to see it. Unfortunately, that stock cost them a stock, but it probably is, frankly, worth it with the damage that they were at. Now we're seeing a lot of good stuff from Spare here, just throwing out a lot of options. Woodsy, pretty well known for a solid neutral with this character, honestly. So it's fun to see both of these characters interact like this. You don't really get to see this matchup particularly often, so. Ooh, Woodsy going for a quick kill there. His favorite. We'll get the neutral there, trying to throw that out to keep a little bit of space. Now that shot put does a lot of work for that character. Unfortunately, that might have been a misinput. I'm not 100% sure, but that's going to put Spare up another match here. Now remember, this is grand finals, so they are, winners finals. So that means that they do have an entire other match here, at the very least, if Spare wins, and potentially 2 more matches if Woodsy takes the next match. Definitely a lot going on. Excuse me. Now we're going to have a stage pick going on here. Now we have Grendel going up 1 against Pip. And Inazuba and Moby beginning their match over in Losers Finals Round 2. And waiting in Round 3 is Band-Aid and Hobbs, two players that are very likely to move their way on through the loser's side, of course, as well as both of the players that are sitting in Winners Finals right now. Now we've got a long stage pick here. Probably a lot of thought going on, some banning. The works. We got Woodsy pausing over there on the other side. There we go. The change back to Kazuya. Very interesting, honestly. I wasn't really quite expecting that. I think the Mii did better work, but maybe Woodsy really thinks that he can close this one out.
3, 2, 1, go!
Now, over here, this is an interesting stage. It allows for some early kills on Kazuya's side, pulling people over to those platforms. It also prevents people from killing Kazuya when he's trying to land that command grab. Because when you stay on edge and if you're able to drag Kazuya off the stage, he will die first. Now Woodsy putting up a pretty solid wall right now, not really allowing Spare to get a whole lot started. Neither of them have had much, but Spare, knowing the DI, knowing how to get out of these. Throwing out that explosive light multiple times. Woodsy going for that down smash there. Not landing it. Throwing out some lasers to try to counter zone. But getting hit with explosive light. That up air should seal the deal. Very powerful move. Palutena, very well known, perhaps infamous for it. Now Spare just kind of keeping space right now. Just kind of showing just how much zoning possibility is available for them at that moment. Not really letting Woodsy get in, kind of just basically saying, hey, come and try to get me at this point. Very much perhaps toying with the character choice. Just running back and forth, just kind of keeping space, knowing that Kazuya really can't catch them. Yeah, we're going to get another explosive light. Now, this is something to be worried about. That command grab does a lot of work for Kazuya, can close this stock out within the next touch. Oof. Gets his back air out. Throws out a counter there. Probably expecting the laser to get a reflect. That up B is going to close out the stock. Woodsy saying, hey, yeah, you can keep your space all you want, but I'm still going to close this one out. Now that that command grab is gone, we're probably going to see Spare putting a lot more forward work in. Not necessary, of course. The whole stock having been closed out. Spare basically saying, hey, you realize you chose a good stage for me. Getting that neutral air, following up with another one, following up with another one. The classic, the absolute classic. And throwing out that very strange interaction there that you can get out of explosive light. Another explosive light definitely coming out now. Going for the up smash there, not really landing a whole lot out of it. And getting that forward tilt. Sometimes that forward tilt really can close out an entire stock. We're going to see what happens here. Woodsy just really trying to make his way back. Taking a lot of damage for his trouble here, but it is Kazuya with rage, but that down tilt putting in the work necessary to close out the match. And honestly, you know, just no good character that Woodsy, he just doesn't have one for this matchup, it seems like. Lot of open, wide gaps in that matchup. Two characters that don't really want to... That one can't get near the other one, and the other one does not want to get near the other. Very good stuff from both players, though. You see Woodsy really trying to get in. I think, honestly, for Woodsy, that the Mii fighter might have been the better choice to hold on to, but you never know. I mean, Woodsy knows himself better than I do, of course. But character matchup-wise, I'm just not sure Kazuya was the work. Now, our next match that's going to be on stream is going to be Band-Aid versus Piff. Just in time. Piff closing out that other set that he had. Very, very good stuff. Honestly, I was hoping to see a bit more Grendel. Now, who did Grendel swap to in the second matchup there? Swapped over to Game & Watch. Piff having swapped over to Terry, my man, making sure to get Ken out of the picture when dealing with Bowser. Now, of course, Ken can kill Bowser extra early, but sometimes you just need that different mindset in order to clear out a match. Can be tough stuff sometimes. Of course, that means that Spare is sitting pretty inside of Winners Finals now. And we'll be waiting on Band-Aid and Piff to come on in. Now, of course, with Band-Aid and Piff, it's kind of tough sometimes to use Shotos against Dark Pit if you aren't really, really adept at getting that spacing. And I think Ken is probably the better choice between Ken and Terry. Now, Piff also does have a Palutena of his own, but I'm not exactly sure how much he's been practicing it the past few months. So definitely likely to see Ken if I were to guess. Only because Ken can absorb one of those arrows and still approach, whereas Terry just kind of gets bopped. There's a few different ways that Terry can get in, but I do think that Ken is probably the safer option overall. Let's see here. Now, of course, on that match, we are waiting on Band-Aid to check in. And we have Inazuma and Moby still down in round 2. Inazuma having taken his first match. Moby making the change from Pac-Man to Incineroar. See how well that's going to turn out. Definitely an interesting choice. I do feel like Incineroar has some explosive kill potential and, of course, can absorb a lot of damage very quickly versus Sephiroth. But it still seems like it might not be as good of a matchup overall as you might be able to get out of Pac-Man. But once again, these are players playing their own characters. I'm not a Pac-Man player myself, so I wouldn't want to say that I know exactly what to do with that matchup. Give a shout out over to Band-Aid. Good stuff. In case you're wondering, Jeff is still comfortably asleep, laying on his favorite blanket. What a guy. Small technical issues happening on Piff's side. I'd love to hear from Spare on this, though. Is the Kalos stage just a good pick overall for Palutena, or was that platform hopping just a bit of fun you were having? Yeah, that's what I was expecting, because you can get those up smashes so far out off the stage. It can really allow you to close stock super early. Maybe not as much against Kazuya, I'm not sure. But I was watching you kind of keep yourself out on those plats. Yeah, Kazuya, unfortunately, against certain characters, can get shut down pretty hard depending on the stage choice. Woodsy's Kazuya is very good, but sometimes the matchup matters more than what else is going on. But there's a strong chance. I mean, Woodsy is a strong contender to make his way back from losers, so maybe he'll have some type of adaptation for you by the time he gets there. Yeah, we'll have to see, definitely. Now, personally, I think that the Mii Brawler was the better choice because of the smaller hurt box and the general better neutral, but we'll have to see. I mean, Woodsy definitely knows his characters better than I do. Now, I think we are still waiting on Band-Aid. I'm going to see if I can do a quick check-in. Get a direct message over to them because they might be on Do Not Disturb. There we are. Just waiting a bit here, I suppose. So how's everybody doing out in the chat while we're waiting on Band-Aid? I imagine for most of the chat right now is probably players in the tournament. And it's been great to have you guys here, especially the new ones. Yeah, you're sitting pretty on up in Grand Finals. You got a little bit of time to wait. Right, Jeff? Oh, he's sleepy. Let's get a quick Jeff cam. What's going on down there, Jeff? He looks kind of done with my shit, but he's actually just really sleepy. Right, Jeff? You're not done with my shit, right? Nah. He's too good of a cat. Now I'm wondering where Band-Aid got off to. Oh. Got nothing else to do while we wait, unfortunately. There's no other matches to run. Inazuma and Moby are now tied up. Moby seemingly having made the right choice by swapping over to Incineroar. The winner of that match, of course, is going to go on to fight Hobbs in losers quarterfinals. And it's very possible that we see Piff versus Hobbs again. Of course, over in losers finals, Woodsy is sitting pretty with his minimum third place. We'll have to see exactly who his opponent is when he gets there. Oop, looks like Inazuma has taken his match. That does unfortunately mean that we might have to run Hobbs versus Inazuma because Band-Aid is a bit late to their match, running a risk of getting DQ'd here. So I'm going to have to swap this over and bump Piff, unfortunately, out of the match, out of the arena here. Now, Hobbs versus Inazuma is an interesting one. Inazuma pretty much only plays Sephiroth, as far as I'm aware. I've never really seen him swap off of the character. So, the matchup for Terry is honestly a little bizarre. And sometimes Terry can have a lot of trouble getting in on that matchup. But Hobbs does a pretty good job of finding ways in, even if sometimes they're a little more reckless than they need to be. And just an update on Jeff, he has fallen back asleep again, as cats are wont to do. And I'm going to go ahead and bump Piff out of here. And then he'll probably see in the Discord that I had to move the matches around. If Hobbs is available, I'm going to go ahead and send him a quick message. So it does look like I just got told by Band-Aid that there was unfortunately something that they had to attend to. I'm not going to really elaborate on it in any particular way, but unfortunately they couldn't make it to their match, which means we are going to move Piff forward by that result. However, I do need to send a message over to my friend Hobbs here. Every once in a while, this of course does happen, especially with a smaller bracket. You run into, if any DQ throws the whole thing off balance, right? Where you had a match planned to be running for stream and then gone. Now it does. We have Inazuma versus Hobbs, which means the potential for a Piff versus Hobbs run back is possible. It also means that a Hobbs versus Woodsy comeback run back is possible. So we might just get the run back after run back special, but we'll have to see because Inazuma definitely no slouch, very capable of taking a match like this. And like I said, I think the character matchup is a little strange and lopsided in the neutral department. So we'll have to see exactly how that runs. And of course, Piff versus Hobbs could be a Piff win the second time around. We can't be sure. Let's see. I'll bring this up here. There we are. And Hobbs is in the arena. There we go. We got this. Now, when it comes to two players like this, you can generally expect the characters, right? You know, Hobbs basically solo mains Terry. And the same is true of Inazuma, who basically just plays Sephiroth. But sometimes people have these pocket characters waiting around for certain character matchups, and I always wonder, like, are we going to see it for any particular match? We do see a selection on Hobbs' side right now, but that could very well just be stage. In fact, it probably is. Oh, we have Inazuma in. And Hobbs in. Nope. No character changes for these guys. They're going to go straight in as they always do.
3, 2, 1, go!
Now, right away throwing out that power wave just to kind of make sure that there's a little bit of respect on the ground area. Getting solid damage immediately right off the bat, but he does have one of those flare orbiters there. Throwing out a power wave, clashing with the side B there. Now Hobbs sitting at a nice solid lead at the moment. Now, leads on both of these characters are a little bizarre because first the wing that Sephiroth can grow, and on top of that, Sephiroth just has a great deal of kill power. Oh, now that shield coming up. Ooh, getting a quick shield break, and he's going to throw out the Giga Flare to take that stock. And this is exactly what I was talking about. Leads are not going to matter for either of these characters. Up air doing a lot of work there. But the power dunk, unfortunately catching the spike there. Now, frequently you want to catch that spike, but when you catch it at that particular spot, it would have been a kill if it wasn't a spike. Now that Burning Knuckles going to put the work in, get that stock out of the way. Both characters sitting at a pretty even amount of damage now. Ooh, throwing out some smart stuff there. Probably hoping to catch the flares before they went, or as they went off, but maybe a little early there. Ooh, good stuff. Getting the back throw there. Throwing out forward tilt into his crack shot, but nothing really confirmed, unfortunately. We're going to see a Giga Flare on ledge. Hobbs trying his absolute best to wait it out, but unfortunately Terry does have a hard time hitting that stage. Power guys are coming out a little bit too early, almost costing him a stock. Now we see that Buster Wolf, just kind of a Hail Mary at that point. Unfortunately, no real way to confirm that. Not at this damage percentage. Now he goes for the dunk there, catching Inazuma off guard, but taking the stock anyway because Inazuma had to recover one way or another. Bring out some down tilts on edge, hoping to catch the jump in. Does catch it, but unfortunately as a trade. That should close the stock there, just the mix up with the power dunk. It's quite a powerful thing. Getting that Nuchin. Any power to hopefully throw out some space. No land on that on the Shadow Flare. Oof, unfortunately a little late on that Burning Knuckle input. Catching with the power wave, but there's a lot of oof. Getting the throw there. Inazuma's really gonna have to pull something out here. But the jump in immediately caught by Hobbs. Very good play there. That ledge trap is really kind of Terry's bread and butter when it comes to getting people out, who are coming in off stage. He has a few options for actual ledge guarding, but his ledge trapping capabilities, honestly, quite a bit stronger. Now, a great first match for both of these players, honestly. Inazuma really putting a lot into that. Getting caught by that early stock is just not something that you expect, but is rarely something that you're going to get hit by twice. Of course, while we're in between matches, it's about that time of the stream where I say, hey, everybody, if you are hanging out in chat or just watching and lurking, it's always great to get a follow from anybody who's sitting around or anybody who's just hanging out and enjoying themselves, because we do this every single Friday, and we also like to run some retro games on Mondays. So if you want to see any of that stuff, I always appreciate the follow. But anyway, we're getting back into the match here. We have Hobbs up 1 point. And only one, if he takes this match, that's the end of this set, and Inazuma is out. But Inazuma throwing out an odd option there. I don't even know if Hobbs really knew exactly how to respond to it. A lot going on that shield right now. Getting hit with another set of Shadow Flares is definitely not something that you want to see at that point. Very strong opening stock here from Inazuma, keeping that pressure on, keeping those back airs out, ready to just hit. Ooh, Hobbs not really clearing that distance, unfortunately. Maybe failing to get the input version at that moment. Now getting baited there. Inazuma definitely looking at a very different style of play this time. Got a forward tilt coming out. Getting the Octaslash there, not doing a whole lot for him. Getting him back to stage at the very least. Scintilla not really finding any hit there. Fortunately, Hobbs was smart enough to not get hit by it, but still not really keeping the ledge to himself. And basically down an entire stock at the moment. Hobbs can only hope that he doesn't get hit with something explosive before he hits that go meter. Very dangerous here, but a roll-in is going to capture that. Oh, he does the jump in, unfortunately. I think the roll-in might have been the better option. Gets poked off. Now we're looking at a 2-stock advantage here for Inazuma. Keeping a lot of pressure on that shield. Inazuma remaining very, very patient, keeping his distance. Back air is going to seal the stock. He's just going to want to take that flare as soon as he can. Not quite getting that hit there, but a solid idea for the bait. Ooh, a little late on that confirm. We're going to see, yep, definitely a Burning Knuckle. He's going to, oh, I was expecting a dodge to ledge, but not so much. He's going to capture that roll in there. Oof. It seems like Hobbs is just kind of throwing stuff out at this point, and he's going to lose that particular match. We're going to have to see some adaptation from Hobbs, as we saw a great deal of adaptation from Inazuma in that match. Definitely a much stronger showing for Inazuma on that second match than the first one. Now we'll have to see exactly what Hobbs decides to do, because stage-wise, that really wasn't a terrible stage for him as a character. So you have to wonder, where is he going to find his footing in a matchup like this? Because effectively, if Inazuma wants to, he's going to have a hard time, or Inazuma is going to have an easy time keeping out Hobbs, as long as he keeps his pokes all in the right places. Now we're jumping right into that next match. Oh, I lied. We're not. Now we're jumping right into that next match. All right, so all characters remaining the same. The game loaded slower, so my nameplates went up early, but that's okay. Over to Pokemon Stadium. Honestly, a very good stage for Terry. Now we're going to see it's a bit more back and forth at the moment, but Hobbs is still kind of struggling and throwing out that, ooh, that might not be recoverable, unfortunately. And we see he has a lot of work to do here. Hobbs needs to find a way to get some damage in and then, of course, close out a stock. He doesn't seem to be 100% sure how to manage this matchup at the moment. He's hoping to get some counter pokes in, but it's unfortunately just not landing enough, and a solid combo there from Hobbs is going to close it out. Getting a good old-fashioned grab, getting him off the stage, and Inazuma missing the ledge there. A blessing for Hobbs, I think, because otherwise he would have had to find a way to get that ledge trap going. Not impossible, it can be very challenging. Now recovering low is Hobbs, wanting to make sure to recover exactly as much as it takes. Now that 9-frame ledge grab is very scary. Getting a lot of damage out on that Buster Wolf, basically putting Sephiroth into kill range right now. Putting a roll in there, very interesting choice. Power guys are going to close that stock. Hobbs running away at the moment. Has a real opportunity to keep his tournament life active. And that shield up maybe a little bit too much when he's fighting Sephiroth, because Sephiroth is a scary creature when it comes to shield damage. Basic neutral, keeping each other, not touching each other too much. Inazuma backing off and opting to do some more zoning instead of taking a real approach. Now he's got 4 of those flares on him, but Power Geyser is going to go off, giving Hobbs enough space to get those flares out. Ooh. Now we're going to see a lot of poking here, but Inazuma is going to quickly win that poking war with the great distance of that back air. Now, Rage on Sephiroth is scary, Wing on Sephiroth is scary, and both of those two things together can be pretty terrifying. Now, still hasn't touched Hobbs this stock. He's going to get a flare off on him. Hobbs going for the reversal, but not getting a close enough hit. Almost killing with the dash attack. Throwing out a lot of spacing options. That should be the end of the match right there. And Hobbs really bringing it back. Honestly, it looked like it was a lost cause for just a moment, but Hobbs showing that you just never should treat something like a lost cause. Absolutely fantastic stuff from Hobbs. You love to see the comeback. Inazuma played very, very well, but just got hit by that Power Geyser right in the middle of the match, and that really turned the tide. Now, Hobbs, I'm going to want you to stay in here if you're listening. It's going to be Piff versus Hobbs again. We're getting the immediate run back. Honestly, pretty cool to see. You know, sometimes you have to wait for all the way to the end of the tournament for run backs like these. Every match from here on out is definitely going to be on stream. Just a great set of matches we've got going on here. Now Hobbs basically hanging out on stream for 3 matches in a row. Tonight's most streamed player for sure. we're going to see Piff versus Hobbs. This is potentially going to be a Terry mirror because Piff said in one of the chats that he did not want to play Ken online anymore because, in his own words, the better that you get at Ken, the worse it feels to take him online and not get those inputs landing because you're not familiar with the online space. So Terry, in general, definitely has a lot less tight confirms than Ken does, and has a similar amount of explosive power. So we might be seeing the Terry mirror here. It's very possible, which would be a treat for me. Of course, I love Terry very much, but that's Terry on Terry violence, and we do not appreciate that here at G4A, if you're me in particular. We'll see who the choices are going to be. Ooh, we're still waiting on a selection here. Taking a little longer than I was expecting. Oh, here, the first one in. AKA Piff. Excuse me. There we go. It is going to be a Terry mirror. What did we... Ugh. We got 2 sneezes right off the bat. Watch you! You may be saying watch out, but, you know. Now, just for anybody who isn't playing along, Piff is playing as the quote-unquote gray Terry with the dark, with the black vest and the blue jeans. And Hobbs is, of course, the blue one. Whatever the nameplates aren't on screen. Now, Pierre, or I should say Piff, already quite behind here. But he's going to make it back to stage. Hobbs not really having a punish for that. Now, that is going to be the first stock. Easy peasy out of that one. Piff definitely going to need to make some type of comeback. Landing a very solid hit there. Getting a bit of a frame drop there, unfortunately. We'll keep an eye on that. Now, Hobbs continuing this pressure, keeping himself pretty well ahead of Piff in this case. The down smash on ledge. Does scoop a lot more than one might expect, but that should be, ooh, very close to something there. Landing the Buster Wolf, but not taking the stock quite yet, putting Piff on his own go mode. Ooh, gonna take the stock there. Hobbs putting Piff behind an entire 2 stocks at the moment. Not getting the kill there. A better option might have been the Burning Knuckle, but it's not necessarily a confirm at that point. Happy to get the push off. Getting the back throw in there. Well, not landing that in. Piff knowing to just DI up. Get that sweep there. I mean, what is there to say about the match? There's just going to be a lot of poking, a lot of neutral, a lot of jabs. That should be close to the end of the match here. Now, Piff can take it back because he has go mode active. If he can keep Hobbs off of go, then, you know, he might have an option here. Going for the power dunk on ledge. Not believing in that hit, but dragging him back in with that second jab. Not using a whole lot of go here, honestly. And very dangerous because now Hobbs has his own go, and Hobbs is very, very familiar with throwing those out. Calling out that move, but not really punishing it. Gonna see the full recovery there from Hobbs, and Hobbs is going to trade even with that power geyser with his own Buster Wolf. As far as our start to the match, I mean, it looks like Hobbs has decidedly winning these matches in this case. Not really sure if we're going to see Piff hop off of Terry just to make another, just to get out of that mirror match. Or maybe we'll be seeing more Terry. Maybe Ken, maybe Palutena. Or maybe Piff's secret weapon that he never uses but totally has. Gex from Gex 64. Going right back into it. That leads me to believe that we might not have gotten a character change out of Piff. We did not. So Piff thinking that he can just learn the matchup a little bit, probably get the stock, or maybe just basically saying, hey, this is the best that I've got online right now. I don't want to take the chance on the other character. 2 immediate power waves. Oh, a quick loss of frames here. Power wave clashing in the middle there. This match is not... They're dropping a lot of frames on this match. Might want to check that. Give me just a moment. We're going to run a lag test really quick here. Unfortunately, we just have a bit of an issue with this match. So bear with us just a moment. We want to make sure to get through these matches, but we also want to make sure that all the players are getting fair matches, that they're not running into a ton of latency issues that are going to cause them to lose the matches unfairly. And we're going to do a quick check everywhere. I'm going to double check my own bit rates and everything as well. And in case Piff is not in there... Let's see. Bear with me just a moment here. All right. I am, of course, going to also check my own rates on my network here. More than good enough for what we're doing. Okay. Verified on Hobbs. Just so everybody knows, there is also a network test inside your Switch. In case you were unaware of this, if you actually go over to your Switch here, you can see what your Switch is chugging down internet-wise by testing your connection. It'll tell you exactly what you're looking at any given time. Perfect. All right, so we are going to go right ahead and run it back. Sometimes there might be drops between particular players that happen from time to time. You can't always control it, so we'll see how it goes. Hopefully this works the way we want it to.
3, 2, 1, go!
Definitely looking better. Ooh, a call out there from Piff with the jab to get through the crack shoot. Very solid stuff, getting off the glue of the stage. Unfortunately, did he just save Hobbs' life? He did. Hobbs had no way back there. He actually saved him. You hate to see it. Oh, man. Piff remaining fairly dominant at the moment, but once again, Hobbs would have been down an entire stock, wouldn't have go mode. And that armor is going to let him get at least that 40 damage in. And throwing out his power, guys are really hoping for that up tilt to hit. Piff throwing out the B reverse there. Power guys are on shield, not exactly safe, but in this case the run-up was not the option. However, a down tilt into down smash is going to close out that stock. Now we've got another jab power dunk. Let's see, both players hoping to get something in here. Piff up a full stock and with go, ready to go. And let's see what happens. Piff making a much stronger show here. Nearly dead from that one, but not quite, as long as he makes his way back to stage here. Perfect stuff. Now let's see what he's got here. Now Piff has to get in. Now he dropped shield at the wrong time. Fortunately for Piff, unfortunately for Hobbs. Hobbs did not believe that that was going to strike. Did not follow it up, but closed it out just a moment later. However, Piff managed to get a nice solid 77% on Hobbs, but that might not matter much if he doesn't kill him before the 100 damage mark. There it is, that 122 damage he's sitting at is going to be both rage and go. Piff throwing out another charge move there. A little obvious because he was crouching, maybe not an expert on coiling as it's known. Piff keeping himself ahead here a bit. Now getting hit with that Buster Wolf, there is startup armor on that move that a lot of people don't realize because people throw it out from far away. Piff closing out that stock with a good old-fashioned double jab power dunk. Getting that dash attack in. He's going to probably get a back throw here, keeping him off stage. Going to not even ledge trap, just keeping himself safe. And getting the jump up. Perfect timing there from Hobbs. That's always a very solid kill. Always kills out stocks nice and early. And the power dunk not quite connecting, but the jabs afterwards are certainly going to do it. Forward tilt and the crack shoot, not quite hitting, but just throws out another hit. Followed by his own lightning tackle, the input version doing 9 hits in total. Ooh, the perfect block not quite coming through because he did not use it for anything fast enough. He had something charged, it probably would have done best, but at the moment, Piff still a little bit in the lead, however, not necessarily at advantage because of it. If he gets hit by the Buster Wolf, ooh, that could have been the confirm, but it wasn't quite it. Ooh! Closing it out there is Piff without even using his go meter. Definitely getting a solid stop. Evening that up 1-1. Game reported, everything's looking good. Now we are, of course, waiting for the next stage choice. It looks like they're going to be going over to Pokemon Stadium 2. A very good stage for Terry, but, of course, both players are playing Terry, so really no counter-picking allowed for stages here. And, of course, thank you, Dark Master Muzan, for following me. I did not see that because apparently my alerts are turned off at the moment. I apologize. Piff throwing out some good options right off the bat, getting a nice little 8-bit of damage. Ooh, looks like an accidental reversal. Had to be. Hitting the crack shoot in. Hobbs trying to close the gap here, but not quite. Ooh, getting a solid hit there. The crack shot can definitely get some good stuff going. Let's see. Now, not a whole lot started for Hobbs yet. Oof, that should be something. Very solid stuff there from Hobbs, getting a very nice chunk of damage out of that. Now the power dunk getting thrown out there, not exactly a safe option for Piff because now there is an access to go meter, which is definitely going to allow a lot. But that's going to be an instant win there. Now we're going to see that. Oh, there we go. Piff putting himself far out, too far out to live through that, unfortunately. I'm not sure if it was an unintentional input there or if just a bit of an overestimation of what he could get back from. Finishing out that jab, the rare one, but you do see it when a jab is either connected by accident or on shield sometimes. Pulling him over towards the ledge, hoping to catch something there, but not quite doing it. Now the correct shoot attempt there from Hobbs, not a true combo, so Pierre did mash out. Hobbs sitting there with his go meter available. Very solid read there from Hobbs with the weak power dunk. Oh, he's going to get the forward throw here. Probably going to wait to see if he can get a power geyser on ledge. But no such. Okay, he went for the jump in, but he did not need to as he followed it up with a solid burning knuckle. Hobbs still sitting there on go meter. Oof, no hit there from Pierre. Ooh, very close call, but that should be a stock for Piff right there. Oh, not quite. The distance and DI really just called it, but unfortunately it looks like Hobbs was nervous to recover high there and had an enforced situation there where he did not make it back to stage. But this stock is opening up in Hobbs' favor so far. Of course, if Piff makes it to 100 damage, that's just the end of that stock. Let's see, Piff sitting, waiting with his go meter ready, throwing out power geyser on that platform. Pretty safe. Now going for the grab that you'd think Hobbs might not try to do stuff like that, but Hobbs nearly closing out the match with that lightning tackle. But no such luck there. That could have been the stock if he had realized well, that confirm had very well confirmed. But that will be the match right there, closing it out with the only appropriate way to do it, that being the good old-fashioned power dunk. Of course, that's going to move Hobbs forward against Woodsy. So we are going to, exactly like I said before, we're getting the everything run back. The run back with Piff, and now the run back with Woodsy in Losers Final. Now, of course, Hobbs, you're going to be sticking around. Do we have a confirm there? There we are. There we are. We're going to be seeing Woodsy versus Hobbs. Another run back for the evening. Definitely something that you like to see, probably, overall. Now, Hobbs, if you would like a small break. All right, perfect. So Hobbs is going to take 5 minutes. I'm going to take 5 minutes for myself. Grab some water as well. I don't want to lose my voice again like I did a couple weeks ago. So I will be right back, everybody. Thanks for everybody that's following along. If you haven't dropped a follow yet, I would greatly appreciate it. But I'll be right back. We'll see you soon. Hello, everybody. Just getting them back into it now. Pretty soon we should have our match up and rolling. Jeff has woken up and he is yelling from under the desk, as Jeff is wont to do. Oh, Jeff. All right, he's being quiet now. Okay. Now we'll see exactly what goes down here. I'm sure Spare has been spending some time just hanging out, being bored, or I don't know, doing whatever he's doing over there. Maybe he's on his own Twitch channel. I might join you for that stream, Spare. Hey, Jeff, come on. Come on, buddy. Jeff has come to grace you with his beautiful voice. What do you have to say, Jeff? Yes. Jeff, what do you think about Spare's Palutena? Carried? Jeff, you can't just say stuff like that. Man. Sorry, Spare. He's a very aggressive Smash player. Really? You think that? Jeez. Of course, Jeff would never say that. Now it looks like they're getting set up over there for Woodsy versus Hobbs. This is going to be the whoever wins this one, of course, moves on to grand finals against Spare. Jeff's comments notwithstanding. Right, Jeff? Yeah. Looks like we're moving along now. Oops, he's almost typed Woodsy's name wrong there. Jeff, buddy. Jeff, what do you have to say to the audience at home? Yeah, I do agree for the most part. Ready for this match, Jeff? All right.
3, 2, 1, go!
Now, right off the bat, we're going to see Woodsy deciding not to go Kazuya in this matchup. As Woodsy has said in the past, it's just not a good matchup, but he probably does not want Hobbs to make that adaptation against Kazuya. Woodsy very much controlling the neutral right now. He's got a very solid neutral with this character. Oof, almost catching Hobbs there. Hobbs trying to keep it fairly safe, but throwing out some slightly dangerous options here. Now he is sitting on go, which could be dangerous. Keeping Woodsy a little bit afraid there. Woodsy expecting the fake Buster Wolf confirm, getting his way out of it, almost taking the stock for it, and then another Buster Wolf coming out with not just right there in neutral. Not always a safe option. Getting a solid dash attack there, hoping to catch a stock early, and he does. Just takes it right out. Now Hobbs down an entire stock at this point. Woodsy's sitting pretty nice in the area that he's in, but we'll see exactly how the neutral between the two characters piles up here. He's going to get a back air off of that, and he's going to go right into the spike, and he does get it. A lot of spike stuff coming out of Woodsy. Like I said before, Woodsy is no stranger to what some people might describe as cheese. And he is very willing to throw that kind of stuff out. And he does not feel any remorse, of course. Maybe he feels a little bit. But he's very willing to do it if it's going to get him that W. And honestly, it's not an easy thing to do with a character like me Brawler sometimes. Good stuff coming out of him. Hobbs maybe making an adaptation. Very likely to see the same character out of Hobbs, but I'm not sure if he might have some type of backup or if he's going to be confident in the Terry pick for the me Brawler. Ooh, let's see what we got. Ooh, still waiting on Woodsy's choice. There we are. All right, moving right into the next match. Losers finals, we have Woodsy up 1. He needs to get 2 more sets or matches if he wants to take it. Now, he has swapped over to Kazuya.
3, 2, 1, go!
Now, Smash Bros. Being a complete stranger to the concept of arcade rules, you can swap characters even if you've won, as long as it's reported first. So in this particular case, we see that Woodsy is moving over to the Kazuya, probably in the hopes of controlling the match a bit, feeling confident in the matchup with Hobbs as a player, I believe. Just because maybe Hobbs doesn't have the matchup knowledge to punish these Kazuya confirms. Now, getting that early stock is Hobbs, just pushing him right down. We're going to see a lot of stuff here. No stranger to confirming just not necessarily true combos, but just combos that are really easy to follow. Woodsy getting up an entire stock here. And getting that jab and just throwing it right through. I'm going to go for the, forward throw there. Now, it's probably hoping to keep better control of the stage. Just pokes him on off. Lets him hang for as long as he wants to. Now, this is where the danger begins. Woodsy hoping to get some damage out of that instead of opting to throw out the command grab then. That back air is going to close the stock. Now, Woodsy, if he had thrown out that grab, he probably would have put himself in a better spot. But he was hoping to get a bit of damage, maybe a little greedy on that particular confirm. Some solid damage coming out of Hobbs here. Hobbs not privy to how powerful, maybe, that down tilt is in this matchup. And losing the stock because of it. That puts Woodsy up 2. There is still another match here. Hobbs can still come back with his tournament life, but it will require a 3-0 victory. Also known as a reverse 3-0 victory. We're getting back in. We'll have to see. Another character change, this time to Bayonetta. Interesting choice from Woodsy then.
3, 2, 1, go!
And the small battlefield is the stage choice here. Does not confirm that one, but he does get the American reset on it. Now, a lot of people are not particularly familiar with this Bayonetta matchup. And that almost did take it, but there is a sour spot on that power geyser. Hobbs definitely a bit on the back foot here. Probably kept coming up with a few matchups that are just not going to be familiar to most players, if we're honest. That being me, Brawler, Kazuya, or Bayonetta. Getting a solid confirm there with the Buster Wolf. Now we're at Woodsy trying to figure out a way in. Now Woodsy is behind. Bayonetta not particularly well known for their ability to seal stocks, but getting it right there. We're going to get a full combo here most likely. Going for the down smash off stage. You can see a trend here with Woodsy. He loves characters that can just kind of smash you down into the blast zone from ledge. Solid confirm there. That is completely safe. Basically a real confirm unless you have a reversal on deck. Now, unfortunately for Bayonetta, not a lot of kills left in this game that are ladder combos. In fact, I know so little about Bayonetta in this game, I have a little bit of trouble actually commentating it. Now we're going to see that power dunk coming through. Hopefully he wants to seal that stock here. And we're going to see a slide in. Of course, both characters being pretty safe, but Woodsy very much in the lead at the moment. Knowing that that lead can be taken away from him pretty much at any moment. Woodsy going for some stuff here, trying to get the ladder to the side, and he does actually manage to land it. That's the rare Bayonetta to see in stock here in match. That's a 3-0 for Woodsy against Hobbs. Unfortunately, like I said, with the rules of Smash Bros, there's no arcade rules, so you can just make it so that your opponent can never adapt to your character choice if you just keep changing it. All right, and once that match is confirmed, we'll be moving over to Spare versus Woodsy. We got Jeff attacking my arm right now. Pulling some neutral of his very own. Huh, Jeff? You're running into my microphone, bro. Spare making the read there, knowing that I did not make a new arena. Now that does, of course, put Hobbs in third place. We have a battle here for first place, of course, here in Grand Finals. The potential for a reset from Woodsy. We'll have to see exactly what he wants to pull out. We got Jeff yelling in the background. It's the way of Jeff. Loves to yell. Don't we all? Jeff is yelling from the other room because he wants me in the living room, of course. Now, we have 8 people viewing today. I wonder how many people are actually in chat. It's the question I've got going on in my head. We've got a choice coming here. Am I necessary? No. Okay. All right, we got Spare versus Woodsy here. Looks like it's about to start. All right, so we are here in Grand Finals. It is going to be Peach versus Palutena for this first match.
3, 2, 1, go!
Now I'll see exactly how that goes. Now we've got an opener here, a lot of movement from Peach, as she's very well known for doing. Just basically constantly throwing out hitboxes. But hasn't landed a hit yet. Oh, never mind. Just as I said so, of course, a hit was landed for 2.5%. Now, that should be a death there on Woodsy's side. Not exactly sure if this character choice was the best one. Now, I don't exactly know the matchup here, but this looks like it's favoring Palutena, at the very least on the player level. Okay, let's see. Now, a lot of spacing, not a whole lot else going on here so far. With the back throw. Oof. Now, let's... Now we have Woodsy kind of making a fight now. You know, making a better work of this stock than he did the last one, that's for sure. Throwing out that up air, but only getting a trade out of it. The back air doing quite a bit of damage. Another back air getting thrown out. Those come out incredibly fast and are canceled by the float cancels. Throwing out the explosive light to keep himself safe as he goes in. They're probably going to throw out another one. Yep. With the down throw, goes for a forward air instead of the up air. A bit of a surprise there, honestly. And a missed back air is going to put Spare back on the stage. That up air going to seal that stock. Spare up 2 whole stocks at the moment. Just moving around the stage, showing off just how much he knows about this character. Jeff coming into the office to say how he feels about the matchup. Unfortunately, I don't know how Peach gets past that. I guess the dodge got him through. Now finally getting that stock is Woodsy. Spare sitting nice and pretty at that current percent. 0%, an entire stock up. Now we're going to see an attempt at just a throw-in and then a walk-up perhaps there. I'm not exactly sure what he was planning to do, but Spare keeping it completely spaced out. Back air. Neutral there putting in all of that work. Now Spare still just kind of hanging out, and unfortunately Woodsy is just going to not make it back to stage that time. Spare very decisively taking that match. And Jeff decisively taking the match up between me and the microphone. There you go, little buddy. Now, what do you think about that matchup so far, Jeff? I mean, there's a lot that I think Woodsy can do to make it a little better. Probably a different... You think so? A different character? I kind of agree. I do... No, I don't think he should choose Ice Climbers. What are you talking about? I wouldn't choose... What? Now, we'll have to see here. I imagine Woodsy is going to be changing characters, right? There's like no chance that he does not change. Now let's see though. We have to sit and wait in suspense. Who's he going to choose this time? Because in top 3, he has so far chosen 4 separate characters. Spare back in the arena. Remember, if Spare seals 2 more rounds, it's all over, and Woodsy has no chance at a reset. Woodsy has to win 6 matches in order to get that tournament win. Now we have a wait there on Woodsy. Am I, let me just double check, because usually when it takes this long, I check the chat. Nothing coming my way. All right. All right, so we're moving into our next match. Now, it looks like Woodsy's made the change over to Roy. Obviously a better matchup choice than most of his other characters. But we'll see if it pays off. The immediate auto reticle, making some good work. Definitely a lot of solid footwork there from both characters, honestly. Now, Spare still decidedly in the lead so far and pushing him off the ledge. Jeff being loud as heck. Now we're going to see a forward air attempt there. Nothing really major getting landed in the last couple of moments here. But that forward smash is going to seal the deal. Of course, Woodsy throwing out a little bit of a little taunt there. Spare getting the down throw into the back air. Very solid stuff. Something that did get nerfed, actually, but still a solid option. Gonna land those neutral airs all the way over to the other side of the stage. Geez, almost all the way to the blast zone. 50 damage for your trouble. 73 damage before Woodsy has even made a hit. And what we've got going on here, Woodsy has landed 10%, Spare having landed 109. Woodsy's going to have to make a change in order to win the rest of this match, of course. He got that early stock, but he hasn't been able to get back control of the match. I'm probably going to see... Oh, I was expecting Explosive Light, but he was actually hoping to win-box him to death. But not quite a successful attempt, but the back air is going to close out that entire stock. Another 32%, 39% of just nairs. A lot of solid hits here, but Woodsy is struggling to find his way in. Getting the sour spot there, but unfortunately pineappling himself and losing the stock there. He has one more match to find the right character for this matchup. You can't be sure whether or not that's going to get found or not. It's definitely something he could do. I wonder if we're going to see him go back to a more tried and true character at this point. But we'll have to find out. Now, of course, this next match is very important. It is tournament point for Spare, and a reverse 3-0 is necessary for Woodsy to get that reset. So it's a lot of work for Woodsy from here on out. Spare has a lot of room to adapt if Woodsy takes a match, but we'll see if Woodsy does actually bring out a new character or if they're going to retry it with another one. Excuse me. Of course, while we wait, it never hurts, and I'm just mentioning this every once in a while just because of how close we are to hitting a lot of comfortable milestones and just want to be comfortably in them. We always appreciate the follow from anybody who happens to be following along and having a good time. We're here every Friday for this particular tournament, and I do stuff on Monday in retro games. Now, Spare changing characters themselves. Moving over to Alex, and Mii Brawler is coming out from Woodsy. This is the first time I've seen Spare play a different character, if I'm honest. So it's very interesting to see what's going on. We'll see how they manage the matchup. Ooh, just getting as many of those as they want. Getting the back air there. Just trying to make a little bit of space to get some mining done. An interesting character. Obviously, the counter pick belonged to Woodsy there, so they couldn't have planned to run against this character. Making a wooden weapon. Quite a rarity, honestly. Not wooden, a stone weapon. Ooh, catching that right there. And that, honestly, interesting. Basically gimped them there. Woodsy still struggling to find, just trying to find anything, even in this matchup. Ooh, getting a full-on ladder combo there. 54 damage. Evening up the damage, but the stocks still one up for Spare. Now we're looking at an 86% damage on Woodsy's end. Spare getting a bit closer towards the end of their life, but still doing pretty well. Woodsy definitely having trouble getting in here. But that move is going to close out the stock. Going straight for the stone weapon. Not enough gold to produce a weapon in this case because they probably used it to create high-speed rails like that one. Now, Spare having a bit more trouble with this stock now, not closing it out quite as comfortably as they did last time. Perhaps not really mining as much. Deez, I appreciate your name because no matter what I say, you can say got him afterwards. I am surprised by the Steve, honestly. I did not know that that Spare had a Steve in his pocket. That's going to close out that stock, though. We're getting a lot closer. And Jeff is yelling in the background. Now, he might actually lose this match. Not a clean 3-0 that he might have wanted out of this. Woodsy making the adaptation here to get back in. Oh, getting the chase, and that's going to be the end of that match. The solid stock cleared out there. Woodsy getting in there. Getting his point on the board. Could it be the start of a reverse 3-0? We'll have to find out. Woodsy has struggled against Palutena, and there's a strong chance that Palutena comes right back out. Let's see. I imagine that we're going to see a character change from Spare, unless maybe they want to try to make the adaptation themselves with the Steve. Let's see. They went right back to the Palutena. They were basically pushed off of that... I imagine it was kind of a joke pick because of how far ahead they were.
3, 2,
Woodsy sticking with the Mii Brawler. Now Woodsy keeping a lot of space here, not overextending too much, but getting caught by that Nair. And that Nair does a lot of work for Palutena. Now, Woodsy still kind of struggling to get in here. Now, this matchup, I don't think is something that he's conquered yet. But we'll see if he can manage to get around it this time. He's getting some major hits in there. Well, I think he might have dropped something there. Now, with the neutral air coming out, pushing someone away. Spare playing it fairly safe overall. Now let's see. Still no stock being taken on either side here. Now this has got to be a fairly tough matchup for Mii Brawler, honestly. No. Still no stock yet. I'm surprised. There's a lot of just neutral going on. Non-stop neutral. No one really giving up a whole lot. Getting hit by the auto reticle and losing the stock to the dash attack. There it is. Now Woodsy has to put in quite a bit more solid hits here. But a lot of work on Woodsy's side is necessary. Spare comfortably in the lead with a character that doesn't really need to approach too much. Now we're going to see the up air into another attempted up air. Woodsy dodging right into a grab there, unfortunately. Very close. Woodsy very barely avoiding that. Up smash is going to close that stock. Woodsy still has quite a bit of work left. I see Spare just throwing out some safe options, keeping away from Woodsy a bit. This stage is, of course, very, very good for Palutena. Get some combos in here from Woodsy. Solid chases, but not enough to really close anything out, and that could be the end of the character. It's hard to tell. Nope, I forgot about that move entirely. Despite the fact that he got every stock with it last time. Now we got a solid... Ooh. About to say a solid forward air there, but nothing came out. It's going to be another stock lost. Farther behind is Woodsy, trying to make that gap up with Spare, but Spare is really just controlling this match at the moment. Woodsy proving me wrong for at least a moment, keeping himself a little bit farther, or I should say less behind in the match. Again a few times. Solid back air there. Now, will Woodsy land another hit? Solid stuff that will take the stock. Woodsy making sure to at least even up the stocks before the end of the match. If one of our chatters is correct and Spare kind of threw the previous match to get the counter pick stage, could be a bad idea if Woodsy manages something here. Even if that thing is cheese. Getting some up airs out there, right there, but the back air is going to keep him in check. No damage going through that shield. Woodsy playing it fairly safe, but so is Spare. Realizing now that there is an actual option to lose the match. Now, very close matchup here. We're going to see the auto reticle coming out. Down tilt in the hope of two-framing. That tilt is just going to get a lot out of him. He does recover, though. Keeping alive as long as he can. Very respectable run here from Woodsy. Oh, just barely missing that, but the whiffed grab. Back air should close out the match. That was very, very, honestly, probably a bit closer than Spare was expecting when the match began. But that does put Spare at the top. That was a great set of matches there. Good stuff there, Spare. I'm going to need to talk to you in just a moment to pay out prize pool. But before I do, just saying to everybody in the chat, thanks for coming on, of course. We always try to put on the best tournaments that we can, and it was great to see Spare coming out today because, honestly, I was hoping to see Spare in one of these tournaments after playing against him on a Dwarf Mike stream a little while back. I thought, like, man, this would be great if I could get this guy to show the common G4A crew what's up with this character. So fantastic stuff from you there, Spare. Honestly, I got a little nervous there at the end that you might have gotten cheesed out towards the end, but you stuck strong, you played well, and kept on moving through. Great set of matches there, though. Now I will do my last shilling for myself before the end of the night. If anybody wants to just go ahead and throw me a follow, it's always greatly appreciated. Thanks for everybody for coming on, watching, commenting, hanging out in the chat. And of course, thanks to all the players who decided to jump into the bracket tonight. The bracket was a little bit on the smaller side overall, but it was good to have, honestly, a tight bracket full of people that were fun to watch play. So a big appreciation out to all of you folks, especially the new players who came out, that being Spare, of course, who took the tournament, and then we had Chloe, Grendel, and I got my brain on it without looking at the bracket. Can I even remember? Moby. Moby was the other one. Now, I honestly was really happy to see all you guys come out. Thanks to everybody for hopping into the tournament tonight. If you're in the New England area, of course, we do have local tournaments going on, including an invitational that has a current prize pool of $350 before we open it up for donations. That's over in the Rhode Island area of New England. So if anybody in the chat is in that area and is interested in signing up for that, you'll find information for that on the G4A Discord. So if you're ever in any of our tournaments, you'll definitely find that information when you join the Discord as you register. I am losing my voice a little bit, being the solo commentator and all. Oh, oof. Thank you, everybody. And honestly, just great stuff from all of the players tonight. Especially, of course, we have to give the big shout out to Spare. Now, I'm going to leave the stream up and running for just a moment, just for anybody in chat who wants to hang out a bit. I'm going to be moving the stream over into a bracket view so that you guys can check out what the bracket looked like. See the movements in the bracket, all that good shiny stuff. Oh, unless it logs me out. Let's see. There we go. Oh, hey, Grendel, thank you so much for the follow, man. As we can see here, over here in the bracket, honestly, not a particularly unexpected tournament. If you had hit the prediction button on here, you probably would have gotten pretty similar results, which just means that I'm very good at seeding, of course. It's all me. But you see that, of course, Spare hanging out in the quarterfinals right off the bat, just kind of moving his way through. Coming close to dropping a set to Band-Aid. I saw in chat that he said that he's just not familiar or comfortable with the Dark Pit matchup. Band-Aid, unfortunately, having to drop out tonight due to something that was going on the personal life side of things. So, unfortunate to see them drop out, but the games that I wish that I had caught them on stream at least once. They were clearly putting in some good games. We might have seen a different result if they were in. That's all I'm saying. Piff making a long run tonight, getting all the way over to winners finals. Good stuff over there in 5th place. And of course, Hobbs, always love seeing you come out, man. I always love watching your matches. So it was great to see you come through and, of course, make your way over to 3rd place with us. But sincerely from all of us here at G4A and, of course, myself here at Dr. BMD on Twitch here, thanks so much for coming out and watching, everybody. Everybody was fantastic. We hope to see you all next week. We do run these tournaments every single week, every single Friday. As long as that bracket hits 8 people, we'll run the tournament. We'll, source up a prize pool, and we'll get that over for you guys, for you guys to have a good time. No cost tournaments that you can play without really having to throw money and put it on the line for your troubles. So thank you again, everybody. I hope you all have a fantastic night, and later.